Hello and welcome to grammar class. Today's lesson is the correct uses of the phrases had better, would rather, be supposed to, and how come. First up, the usage of had better. The phrase had better is used to give suggestions or advice. We use had better to suggest the best thing to do in a particular situation. Remember, had better is followed by the base form or the first form of the main verb. But make no mistake, had better does not refer to any past situation. It's used to give suggestions or advice in the present situation. In fact, had better is stronger than should and ought in giving advice. But it is not as emphatic as the modal verb must. For example, in the sentence, you are looking sick, you had better consult a doctor. The speaker is giving a serious suggestion or advice to consult a doctor and not a casual one. Then the statement, we cannot afford to be late, so we had better travel by air, also expresses the speaker's suggestion to travel by air. In the negative form, not comes after the word better and not after had. Since you need money, you had better not resign. Also expresses the speaker's serious advice against resigning. So clearly, had better is just like the modals should and ought, but it's stronger than them. Now let's learn the use of would rather. Well, the phrase would rather expresses one's preference or choice. Would rather is also followed by the base form or first form of the main verb and used in a present or future context. For example, he would rather die than beg. This sentence means he would prefer to die before having to beg. The next sentence, I would rather keep quiet than argue with my boss, expresses my preference to keep quiet instead of arguing with my boss because I know the consequences of an argument with my boss. Here notice how the first verb comes after rather and the second verb comes after than. The sentence, would you rather stay at home than go out with him, means would you prefer to stay at home instead of going out with him. Up next, the use of be supposed to or be meant to. The expression be supposed to is used to indicate something that is expected or required to happen or to be done in a specific situation. In other words, be supposed to indicates something which is the normal thing to do in a specific situation, either because it has been ordered or arranged or because it is a general belief. For example, you are supposed to take this medicine before going to bed. This sentence means you are required to take this medicine before bed because the doctor has advised you to do so. The next sentence, the sweater is supposed to be dry cleaned, means you cannot wash it. It should be dry cleaned only. In the sentence, am I supposed to pay the fees in advance? Supposed to means expected to. Am I expected to pay the fees in advance? The last example, she is supposed to be the best doctor in town, expresses a general belief. This sentence means she is generally believed to be the best doctor in town. Well, how come is an interesting interrogative phrase used in informal English. How come is used in the sense of why in an interrogative sentence. How come means how does or did this come about or happen. But remember, when a question starts with how come, the subject and the auxiliary verb are not inverted. I mean, in such a question, the auxiliary or the helping verb does not come before the subject in the sentence. So the structure of the sentence is how come plus subject plus auxiliary verb if any plus the main verb. For example, how come you did not see the murderer? You were present in the same house. This sentence means how has it happened that you did not see the murderer? But we notice here that the auxiliary verb did has come after the subject you. Now if I use why in place of how come in this sentence, the helping verb did will come before the subject you. Similarly, how come our team lost the match means how has it happened that our team lost the match? And again, no auxiliary verb before the subject in this sentence. And in the last example, how come he died of a heart attack at such a young age? How come means why. The speaker is asking, why did he die of a heart attack at such a young age? How has it happened? So just remember that when you ask a question with how come in the sense of why, the auxiliary verb does not come before the subject. So that's the end of today's class. I hope you liked the video. Please be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel for more grammar videos. Thank you so much.